Welcome back to Black Star Dove. Welcome back to my channel. As always, I need you to hit me with that HBO special. That simply means help a brother out, trying to take care of a little 4-year-old, and he's growing up to be very big. So everything helps. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I just need you to hit that subscribe button, and if you can, share the content. Hey, there's no copyright over here, so I love you for listening. Let's get into part 2 of the crazy man rant that I went on about hitting the wall. What's the weirdest way I'm looking for it? It's so weird when people hit the wall, because I was explaining to a friend of mine about how normally most women believe in hypergamy, and that is they want to date up. They want somebody who makes more money than them, who's more well established than them, has more resources. Okay, so they're dating that person that's high up. That person that's high up has been working their whole life to acquire those resources in order to be able to provide that to that woman. Okay, when everything's fine and dandy, it's an equal relationship, because then you have the masculine and the feminine and all that stuff, and then it balances out. But then we have when it starts to go sour. Usually it's over finances, which is, it's so weird because we all want the resources. No, sorry, we all want the money, but the money is only meant to buy the resources. And the resources usually naturally come free. So we're spending all of our time to get this money to get something that was originally free. Now it's not. We know that. So that man, like, he may have this young wife. He might be, let's just say he's 50 years old, and his wife is like 25, and things are going good. And then the pandemic hit. Boom. He got laid off. Now he's getting a divorce. That young woman that he wanted no longer wants him, because he can no longer provide the resources that she requires. So he hit the wall. So then he starts, he gets a divorce. He's going through a divorce, whatever. He starts talking about, oh, these young women, they only want you for your money. They only want this for this. They only want that. And then the older women are like, pointing and laughing at him, saying, oh, he hit the wall. Like, he no longer has money. He's useless and all that stuff. And then, like, on the flip side, let's just say a woman spends her youthful years, because as I said in the beginning, with black women and their genes are so superior, a black woman can look 20 years old until like she's like 50 herself. So, for the most part. Of course, we have some outliers, but we're talking about the collective here. So let's just say we have a woman who was in her 20s, kind of promiscuous, wasn't really willing to settle down. That's fine and dandy. She hits 30. She's on the dating market. And let's just say she has no kids. Now, here's where the double standard comes into play. By the age of 30, she's expected to have a child. But if she has a child and she's not married, it's harder for her to date, because she's seen as a used car. But on the flip side, she's 30 without no kids, and people are like, what's wrong with you? Why don't you have any kids? It's a double standard. It's just like weird. All right, so let's say she hits 30. Now she's willing to settle down. This is actually a perfect example for my age range, because I see women all the time talk about the dating pool has pee in it and the dating pool is dirty and all that stuff, because they're coming to the age where they're looking for someone who's their equal or better to settle down with. But those men are few and far in between. Even if they go outside their race, like, there's fewer and far in between. That also ties into how black man became the prize, which will be my next video. I gotta make sure I get a haircut before that, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get dragged. So if I'm going to get dragged, let me at least look my best. So like I was saying, so it's just like now that 30-year-old woman is looking around and saying, oh, I don't want you, I don't want you. Or, you know, she doesn't have any kids and all that stuff. And the men are looking at her strange because let's just say she became a career woman. You know, she sacrificed having children in the short term to be able to make sure that she's taken care of for the long term. So she became a career woman. She's in her 30s, you know, no kids, has her own house or a nice condo, has a nice car, has a nice job. And then the man would sit there and say, that's not important to me. Because he'll say it's not about the money. Because he's looking to provide for her. Hypergamy. But she's in a stage now because she's so used to being competitive that she ended up being competitive with him. And they end up clashing. And then he'll use that against her, especially when it comes to the children part, knowing that she might want kids. And he'll use that as the carrot to dangle in front of her. But at the same time, her being in her alpha mode, she will try to belittle him and then try to make him seem beta. So like they're both like working against each other. But it's just so strange because that's where like when a man hits the wall, his resources are gone. When the woman hits the wall, it's usually her looks have faded. And she can't compete with the quote unquote younger models. And then like I said, she's getting in that dating pool, she starts to become desperate. Because like I said, she wants kids. So she's willing to, you know, lower her standards per se. Maybe she wanted someone who was above 6 feet. Now she says, you know what? He could be 5'9". Wanted to have a six-pack. Just be in decent shape. Wanted to have nice credit. Just be above a 650, please. You know, and it's just like it lowers and lowers and lowers because like I guess she stopped believing in herself, or she looked around and she seen that the man that she wanted wasn't interested in her. And it's just like it's so weird how these two dynamics happen, and they're both polar opposites, but they both mean the same thing: the wall. I don't know if y'all heard that, and I apologize. I didn't mean to hit that. That's what she said. All right, I'm done. I cracked my own self up. But the wall, man, it's just like once you hit it, and then like, I think it's a mental thing. I think for that man, he was so used to his resources meaning something that when he stopped having them, he tied his value into the resources. That woman tied her value into, I want to say, not into her looks, but into like finding the man per se. And it's like when you don't have that, you start to feel down about yourself, and then you start settling, and then you start like, you know, like you start lowering yourself. And it's like this crazy thing because this has been going on for at least 100 years, but the cycle keeps repeating itself, and you keep seeing it. Now you see it more than ever before because of technology, but it's amazing. Like I literally like on Facebook or Meta, or whatever the hell it wants to call itself now, scrolling down, I have seen friends of mine, male and female, quote unquote, hit the wall and have nervous breakdowns on Facebook. And they're posting everything and all that stuff. You can see like almost the live results of them realizing that they hit a wall in their mind, and they're not able to get over that wall. You know, any wall can be taken down. It takes you to take it down. You know, for all my beautiful black women, you gotta stand firm. As I said before, if your standards, if you are happy with your standards right now, I'll say this, okay. For my black women, have your standards at a level where even if no one can meet them, you will still be happy by yourself. As long as you're able to still be happy by yourself, your standards are good. If you think that your standards are too high, that you wouldn't be happy by yourself if you never found anyone, then I would say consider lowering them a little bit. Like take it a notch. Don't just go pew. Take it like a notch at a time and then take it from there. For my man, like not everything is tied into resources and money. Like a great deal of it is, let's just be real, because at the end of the day, bills got to get paid. And that's the most important thing. Don't let anyone try to fool you on that one. At the end of the day, bills still got to get paid. But it's not about always having a younger woman. Like there's nothing wrong with older women. Like older women are like very beautiful as well. They're like, they have like this old, I don't want to say this old lady charm, because that kind of defeats the purpose. But like, you know, with more mature women, you can take them to a whole lot of things that you couldn't do with a younger woman. You know, take them to go to symphonies, operas, wine tasting, wine and cheese parties. You know, black and white tie events. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna end this video because it hit the 11-minute mark. So I want to say thank you. I love you. Peace. I'll see you Friday. Bye.